So welcome back. I've been here for a little while, as you could probably see. And so one thing that I've been doing is I've been keeping all the ore in here. We got quite a bit of redstone, and so the diamonds, right? So I went back to the main house, and I got some furnaces, some coal, a crafting table, and I got some sticks. And what I wanted to do originally was just smelt these like normal and then use the iron that I find here as sacrificial pickaxes to actually reveal most of everything. But what I come to figure out is diamonds are somewhat plentiful here. So you can just literally take the diamonds that you get here and convert them into pickaxes, and then use that to uncover cool stuff. Yeah, they're somewhat plentiful. I mean, they're still rare, don't get me wrong, but yeah, they're definitely more plentiful than you might think. Now, we do have quite a bit of uh, stuff here, so what we're going to do is we're going to put that back to none, and we're going to get all this. Yeah. So then we're going to come here, and we'll do void pickup. And then we'll go back in here, and we'll press none. Okay. Now we can throw all of that into here. And once I run out of a pickaxe, I'll just go ahead and create another one. And that's just how it rolls. Two more sticks. I actually did find some zirconium too. So that's cool. Zirconium is also nice. Zirconium is always nice when you can find some, because it is fairly rare. Righty. I think we have enough redstone to call it quits for the time being in the mine. So, let's go ahead and just throw the dank null in there. And we will grab our spoils here. So, overall, went in there with 0 diamonds, came out with 16. I am very happy with that. Now, where were we? So let's create a few furnaces. And we're trying to get a jetpack. We've not got the single jetpack just yet. So we're trying to go ahead and fix that. So there's 2. I should be able to create 1 of these. And now 3 more of these. I think the next issue we're going to be running into is iron. Because at the current moment, we have 7. So, yeah, that'll be an issue. But now, we have a jetpack. Good stuff. So one of the things I have to do with this is JE isynchronize, but we don't have it set to where it's automatically searching. We have to search for it ourselves. So let's just go ahead and, yeah, so we're going to need some more iron. We probably want to sieve for that. So I can make a fancy new diamond hammer with all of the diamonds that we got. Cool stuff, cool beans. 20,000 RF for that isn't really great. It should actually, let's see. Let's see how much it'll actually do. How much it's, okay, I probably need to keybind it. Let's do category. Jetpack. Ascend. Probably be space. Toggle engine. Ooh, okay. Toggle hover mode is H. So V. So now toggle engine is on. So we should just be able to do that. We press H and hover is now on. But since it is the regular basic one, hover is not that great. I mean, that's cool. It does run out of power quite quick, which is to be expected, honestly. So, cool. We have a jetpack. Let's go ahead and sleep. And then let's figure out what we're going to be doing. Okay, let's look at some stuff really quick. There goes our last apple. Okay, so not a huge deal, but what we need now is we need a ton of iron. Okay, and the best way for that is probably skeeving. And then we need iron chunks. And iron chunks would be best on iron mesh with gravel. Yeah. Yep. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, let's get a ton of gravel. And then we can go with it. So let's throw that in there. Why not? And then we'll take this, because we're going to be using that first. Alright, let's get a ton of this. Gonna work. Oh, we can actually do small little jumps like this. Which is pretty funny. We can kind of boost around here. Okay, we don't want to do it anywhere near that. Or that. Actually, we kind of have to do it here, don't we? That's alright, we'll do it here. That is why I hate the snow. The snow blocks that from being turned into whatever. Okay, so let's throw that in there. Get all the gravel out. Okay, so that should be enough gravel for what we need. Let's go ahead and turn our magnet off. And then get to work. Okay, good. Auto clicker, engage. Okay. Cool stuff. Let's get our spoils and go dump. Looks like we got 10 diamonds out of the deal. So that's cool. A few stacks of iron. Can't complain. Let's look at all of our chunks and let's go ahead and get those crafted into ore. Alright. Now, let's look at raw. So let's get the iron out of there. And let's get the iron in general out of here. Yep, that'll work. I got a bunch of iron smelting. And we should be able to get some cool stuff. Right, next order of business we should probably do is work on food. Now, let's see here. Do I have any dirt? I don't. What about saplings? Okay. Now, can I have this auto clicker set to shift? Nope, I can't. Oh, whatever. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a little permanent thing here. Now, the easiest way to do this would probably be doing this. Okay. Now, we need something like a clicker or user. Item user. Autonomously right click activates using any item. Let's try that. That's expensive. Alright, we ain't doing that. Let's put that up, and then we'll go from there. Alright, let's get some bread so we're not starving to death. Now, Silicon has been doing some good stuff there, so no issues there. And then you can literally just get free bread like this. So. Just like that, 20 turns into 6, and then so on and so on. You get the idea. Cool stuff. And then we can just leave that like that. Okay, let's continue this, shall we? That's the whole reason why we got the jetpack in the first place. Let's go ahead and top it off really quick. Okay. Now, cobblestone. Let's grab this stuff too. Now, we've got a few more diamonds than we did have, which is somewhere right there. Create a diamond one. Cool stuff. Alrighty. Let's work on feeling this out. Then we can work on that. So we're gonna actually toggle hover. Even though hovers kind of sucks. We're gonna press V. Turn off the engine while we're here. Now we can press V to turn on the engine. And then do one of these numbers. Okay. Look at that. Okie doke. And then we can surround. up some of those. All right, there's two. Let's do the third one, and then we can finally move everything in here. So one thing to keep in mind, the windmills will not work inside of an enclosed space, I believe. But I could very well be wrong about that. I'm not actually certain on that. Also need to keep in mind about the alarming amounts of mobs that spawn during the night. Okay, let's get the jetpack back on. Turn it off. Okay, jetpack on. Jetpack off. Oh, jetpack on. Oh, do I have enough to get back up there? I don't. Do that though. Woo! That was close. Okay, and of course you would be here. Let's press F7 twice. Yep. Yep. Let's make sure nothing's on top. Okay. Then let's finalize this side here. Turn off the jetpack. For the time being, anyway. Whoops. Looks like the snow machine's headed our way. Yeah, here it is. Okay, let's walk, turn around. Turn our jetpack on, that way we can fly up and meet it. Okay. Now it pops that window open every single time that I turn the jetpack off. It's purely because there's a keybind that's connected to the key V as in Victor. That also opens up that little window there. Oh yeah. Okay, so like I said before, we'll keep it on. Like I said before, the actual elevation that we're going to be walking on is that height there. So what we probably should work on is getting some kind of glass set up there. It is going to take a little bit quite a bit of glass to make that happen. We should have ethereal glass, right? Considering we've got 2 pages of glass, I'm pretty sure we should have some kind of glass that we can walk through. I guess not, actually. Oh, hello. Alright, we should probably sleep. Okay, and then we should probably just work on this really quickly. Great, great. Exactly what I wanted. There you. Those guys hurt. Well, that might have been a fall damage, but either way. Get the drops and retreat. Let's see. Okay. We don't quite. I think it's probably time that we make a Paxel. Yeah, let's get a diamond Paxel going. Thank you. Anyway, I can throw that away, condense our hotbar a bit, and we're smooth sailing. Okay. Now, what I might want to do is make another botany pot with the wheat in it, actually. That's probably what I'll end up doing. Elites, botany. That one. Okay, and we're missing those, so... Oh, right. Quite a bit more iron. Okay. Looks like we're missing the actual botany pot itself, so we need some clay. After that, we're missing the hoppa. And that's it. And now we're waiting on that. So let's get a piece of dart, which we don't have. Let's get a barrel. And that should do her. Okay, botany pot, and bam, elites. We no longer have any kind of ender pearls, which is fine. Let's get a seed. And now let's go ahead and barrel. Should probably be facing the same way, huh? Barrel. Elites. Dirt. Seed. Are we growing? Yeah, we are. Really slowly, but it's fine. I don't mind it at all. Look at all that silicon. Alright, how long have we been rolling for? 25 minutes. Okay, so now we should probably start moving into the big tube here, okay? For the time being, it looks like this is dead center. And to be more specific, it looks like this would be dead center. Okay. So let's mark that with something. With this. With that. Let's go ahead and recharge our battery. Why do you not enter? Very interesting. Anyway, are you all full? Yeah, you are. Oh, I think I know why. Yeah, there we go. Alright, yeah, okay, that fixed that. Okay, so I'm basically just going to be picking up everything and moving it directly over there. The big storage wall, I will figure out what to do with that. But for now, I believe we should be just okay. Let's remove everything. I don't know why it keeps pausing like that. Yeah, that looks fun. Dreadhound? No thanks. Probably shouldn't have got rid of the ladder just in case I run out of jetpack. But, what can you do? Okay, so we know for sure. Let's see, can we get some diamond furnaces going? Yeah, now we're out of diamonds. Now we're out of emeralds. Oh, I don't have blaze rods. Okay, so really cool stuff that we have an emerald and a diamond furnace now. Let's go ahead and... How much of you... Oh my goodness. That's actually quite quick. Okay, let's get some planks. Actually, you know what? We don't need it, actually. Because we're actually going to be removing a bunch of this. It reminds me, I actually don't need to be picking these up. Now this part, it gets a bit interesting whenever you're trying to get rid of a massive amount of one block that may or may not be randomized. Okay, we can move these, no big deal. Alright. For the time being, we're going to put everything in here. Now we just go around the outside and to get rid of all of this. Which Probably be keeping my magnet on for this. And then turn it off here. How much durability on this dude? 3,000. That's why it ain't making a dent in it. Yeah, it's about time we have a little change of scenery. And having it be in here would definitely be preferred as to the other stuff. Now, another thing that we gotta keep in mind here is sieving and all that fun stuff. So whenever this whole floor is glass, then we will be fine and fine and dandy. The thing is getting it to glass, right? Let's get rid of this border all the way around. And then we can work on all of that. Well, that ain't great. Turn this on. Take the bed. And we're going to put the bed in here for the time being. And sleep it off. Yeah. We got any more grass? We'll keep the grass there. We'll keep the grass here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Okay, let's see how many achievements we got. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's just these. Oh, actually, it's really good because it means we can turn a diamond to crystal. Like that. Yeah, cool stuff. Yeah, cook time of 40. Good. Nice. Good stuff. Nice stuff. We should have enough for the next jetpack, which is 3 of these, which means 3 of these. Stone capacitor. Then we need the thrusters, which means we need 6, 8 of these. Need 2 of these. We should be able to make 2. Beautiful. Now, jetpack goes in and goes out. Now, one little oversight is we no longer have the power of flight until we go up here and charge this bad boy. Like so. And you forget to turn it on. Okay, just a bit quicker. And then the H mode, the hover mode, does go down a bit slower. So, that's always good. Let's kill this fly. Let's go ahead and put these in here too. No need for this anymore. Wow, that's fast. Like that. Okay, we can get rid of that. Now let's try for the iron jetpack. What you reckon? Need to watch. We need to watch it on the gold. Iron capacitor. Iron thrusters. So I need 2 of these. So 8 more. Let's make 2 of these. Then I can make 2 of these. And guess what? We have a iron jetpack. Yeah. That's a lot of power it's gonna go through. 800k. And enable the darn thing. There we go. Look at that speed. Lots of speed. How we looking like on hover? It still kind of diminishes a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Oh, H is for the magnet as well. That's interesting. Okay, painful part here. Let's do this. And before we go crazy with it, let's get some buckets. Make sure we have our infinite water source before we go and block it off. Like so. Then we can pretty much just get rid of all of it. Like that. Okie doke. Don't really need that anymore. Okay. Don't really need this anymore either. Kind of do still need the lava setup. even though it's full at the moment. I should really swap these out, eh? Like that. I mean, it's still gonna fill up instantly, so I mean, it is what it is. Okay, let's grab these. Okay, and then the tedious task of removing everything. So now I'm going to keep the mob spawner here, and then I'm just going to kind of move into here. Probably keep this little platform here for the portals. But other than that, keep the little grass area here, maybe a little grass area here, but I already removed it, so I mean, I don't know, it is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get all this cleaned up. Alright, one sec. Okay. So, you don't even want to know how many days it's been. Yeah. That took a hot minute, for sure. But anyway, we got everything kind of neatened up a little bit, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and end it off. Next episode, what I'm going to be doing is setting in the glass floor here. That way we can still walk on some stuff and do some cool stuff with it, and be all cool. Now, it does seem that is dead center, so we're going to keep that in mind, and then we'll have our RS system there too. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys next time. See you guys.